frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Davis on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's pulled in at the 32. Return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They'll run on first down. Forrest, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Forrest, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, Milton, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Davis. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now the starting lineup here defensively for Pittsburgh. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Davis. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Here's Davis. Off play action. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davis. And that Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Davis off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Davis. Throw left side complete. It's Gross. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Davis now, operating from the gun. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off.
A good pickup there, 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Aldridge throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Looking to throw. Aldridge. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference, because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Aldridge over the middle, complete. That's Banks. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Aldridge gets this out to Saquon. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of
Now Davis on 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. Davis going to throw right side here, complete. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Davis. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, Burris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Davis, off play action. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. Davis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Aldridge operating from the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different...
Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Davis now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Burris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 17, Davis. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Davis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 3rd down, Milton. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Looking to throw. Aldridge. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Aldridge now throwing on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to throw. Aldridge, and he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
On 2nd and 9, Davis fighting. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Aldridge to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns defense getting ready. Trailing on the scoreboard last time, able to force the fumble. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
That's exactly right, because what they did last time is help them stay in this game. Being opportunistic, taking the ball away, that can help keep the game tight.
Yeah, we'll see if they can be opportunistic here. They'll be looking to force another turnover. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Right back to him on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Steelers.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Davis to throw on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Milton about 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Davis off the play fake. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he comes back with one complete.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Looking to throw. Aldridge, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Aldridge on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. Aldridge throwing the out route and complete. That's Banks. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Looking to throw. Aldridge, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is. Here on third. They'll keep it on the ground. Burris. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback, able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin. And
bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them back over 500 at 5.